What's up, everybody? So I've been doing this series on the best states for certain things and the worst states for certain things because today a lot of us can still work from home, so why not know what's out there so you know where to choose from? So in my research, I found two really interesting studies. One was for the worst states for first-time buyers and one was for the happiest states to live in. Ironically, there was a lot of crossover between the top 10 of these two lists. So does that mean that first-time buyers can't be happy in the state they choose to live in? But more on that later. Today, we're gonna focus on the top 10 worst states for first-time buyers because between inflation and this crazy housing market, it's nearly impossible for first-time buyers to afford to buy a house today. So I thought I'd help you out and tell you you may want to avoid these 10 states. So let's dive right in. So like I said, there was a lot of crossover between these two lists. So stay tuned till the end because I'll reveal at least one of them to see what you guys think. This study was done by GoBankingRates.com. They based their criteria on which states offered the best financing options for first-time homebuyers, ranking the 50 states based on 3 factors. The yearly mortgage for a typical single-family home, as determined by Zillow in June of 2023. Not sure how reliable Zillow is, but let's continue. And assuming a 6% down payment. The current interest rate on a 30-year fixed loan as sourced by the St. Louis Fed Reserve. But keep in mind, this article is from August and rates have gone up since then. So just add a little bit more to that amount. And estimated property taxes as sourced from the Tax Foundation. Go Banking Rates also shared the cost of buying a 2-bedroom single-family home because that might appeal to first-time homebuyers, as well as foreclosure rates in each state as sourced from SoFi for June of 2023. So remember, these are the worst states for first-time homebuyers. So we'll start with number 10 and we'll work our way up to the number 1 worst state. Oh, and I will also share a tip that they provided that may be really interesting as far as financing for first-time homebuyers. Okay, let's run through some numbers. Number 10 is Nevada. 2023 home value for a typical single-family home in Nevada is $432,328. 6% down payment is $25,940, and the monthly mortgage payment would be $2,868. And for a 2-bedroom house in Nevada, the 2023 home value would be $305,348, 6% down payment, $18,321, and the monthly mortgage payment for a 2-bedroom would be $2,026. The foreclosure rate in Nevada is 1 out of every 3,097 homes. Nevada's median home price was just under $300,000 5 years ago, according to Redfin. That means home values have increased around 50% in the last 5 years, which is kind of crazy. So here's the tip. The Nevada Housing Division does offer home financing through its Home is Possible program, which provide money for down payment or closing costs. The assistance is forgivable after 7 years, provided you stay in the home. Number 9, Delaware. I love Delaware. At least I love the beaches, but they are expensive. Let's look at the numbers. For 2023 home value for a typical home, it would be $359,870. 6% down payment, $21,592. Monthly mortgage payment would be $2,385. And for a 2-bedroom in Delaware, the 2023 home value would be $243,519. 6% down payment would be $14,611, and the monthly mortgage payment for a 2-bedroom would be $1,614. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 2,171 homes. Foreclosure rates in Delaware are among the highest in the country, but first-time homebuyers can get some financial help. A tax reduction of up to $2,000. In June, the Delaware State Housing Authority introduced 4 programs to spur on home ownership, assisting with both mortgage loans and down payment. Number 8, Florida. I'm actually not surprised that Florida's on this list because I know that at least for homeowners insurance, it is so expensive in Florida. Let's look at the numbers. 2023 home value for a typical home is $404,754. 6% down payment, $24,285. The monthly mortgage payment would be $2,790. For a 2-bedroom home in Florida, 2023 home value would be $293,027. 6% down payment, $17,582. And the monthly mortgage payment for a 2-bedroom, $2,020. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 2,470 homes. In terms of foreclosures, Florida is among one of the worst states to buy a home. If you are a first-time homebuyer in Florida, check out the state's home buying program to see if you qualify, as well as its down payment assistance program. As with other states, the repayments on down payment assistance can be deferred throughout the length of the loan. It's worth a look since you just may need assistance to buy a home in Florida. Number 7, Washington State. 2023 home value for a typical single-family home, $589,647. 6% down payment, $35,379. The monthly mortgage payment would be $4,050. Now for a 2-bedroom in Washington, the 2023 home value would be $451,432. 6% down payment, $27,086. And the monthly mortgage payment for a 2-bedroom would be $3,100. So Washington is pretty expensive. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 9,816 homes, which is super low. At the start of 2019, Washington's median sales price was right around $400,000 according to Redfin. Now, the typical home has a value approaching $600,000. First-time homebuyers could find a benefit in checking out the state's Home Advantage and House Key Opportunity programs, which connect purchasers with mortgage providers, or the down payment assistance offering. Number 6, Connecticut. The 2023 home value for a single-family home is $393,424. 6% down payment, $23,605, and the monthly mortgage payment would be $2,990. That actually sounds pretty reasonable. For a 2-bedroom house in Connecticut, the 2023 home value would be $267,477. 6% down payment, $16,049, and the monthly mortgage payment for a 2-bedroom would be $2,033. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 2,272 homes, so that is kind of high. There are some first-time homebuyer programs that can help alleviate the cost of living in Connecticut. The Connecticut Housing Finance Authority offers a range of home loan products that first-time buyers can take advantage of, including its conventional homebuyer mortgage program and assistance with down payments and closing costs. Number 5, Maryland. The 2023 home value for a typical single-family home is $409,144. 6% down payment, $24,549. The monthly mortgage payment would be $2,864. For a 2-bedroom home in Maryland, the 2023 home value would be $266,921. 6% down payment, $16,015, and the monthly mortgage payment would be $1,869. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 1,733 homes, which is really high for my poor little state of Maryland. Housing costs aren't cheap in Maryland. The typical single-family home valued at around $400,000. But there are some things for first-time Maryland homebuyers. First-time homebuyers in Maryland can take advantage of several loan products provided by the State Department of Housing and Community Development through the Maryland Mortgage Program. Offerings include a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage with down payment assistance. One other thing that the state of Maryland will give to first-time homebuyers is you will be exempt from paying the state transfer tax. It is probably the only gift Maryland will give you, but they do give it to you at closing. Number 4, Massachusetts. 2023 home value for a typical single-family home is $600,478. 6% down payment is $36,029, and the monthly mortgage would be $4,254. That is really expensive. That is the typical single-family home value, $600,000. Wow, it's expensive. For a 2-bedroom house in Massachusetts, the 2023 home value would be $461,304. 6% down payment, $27,678, and the monthly mortgage payment would be $3,268. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 4,325 homes, so that's not too bad. Typical single-family homes in Massachusetts hit that $600,000 mark in June, and first-time homebuyers buyers are definitely going to need some assistance. Mass Housing says it provides around $700 billion to around 3,000 buyers each year through loans and down payment assistance. So it's definitely worth looking into. Number 3, New Jersey. The 2023 home value is $491,482. 6% down payment, $29,489, and the monthly mortgage payment would be $3,920. Now for a 2-bedroom house in New Jersey, the 2023 home value would be $344,896, 6% down payment, $20,694, and the monthly mortgage payment for a 2-bedroom would be $2,751. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 2,189 homes. That's pretty high. New Jersey does have assistance for first-time home buyers. The Homeward Bound Mortgage Program has a 30-year fixed government-insured loan for qualified applicants. It can be used in conjunction with the state's down payment assistance program, which provides either $10,000 or $15,000 towards closing costs and/or a down payment, depending on the location of the property. Best of all, the loan is forgiven if the home buyer lives in the property for 5 years and doesn't refinance the mortgage. Very important to remember, and doesn't refinance the mortgage, because I think we're all hoping rates will go down when we refinance. It's not guaranteed. Number 2, California. 2023 home value for a typical single-family home is $756,842. 6% down payment, $45,411, and the monthly mortgage payment would be $5,103. This is also really expensive. Let's see what a 2-bedroom house is. For 2023, the home value for a 2-bedroom would be $613,528. 6% down payment, $36,812, and the monthly mortgage for a 2-bedroom would be $4,137. That is super, super, super expensive. I knew California was expensive. I actually used to live there, but that seems crazy to me. That's the typical amount. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 3,982 homes. With the second costliest real estate in the nation, California is not an easy state for first-time buyers. Still, you can apply for the Cal Plus conventional program and Cal HFA zero interest program and Cal Plus FHA program to help manage the cost of buying a home. The latter is for closing costs. And the number 1 worst state for first-time buyers is Hawaii. The 2023 home value for a typical single-family home in Hawaii is $962,201. $6% down payment, $57,732. And the monthly mortgage payment would be $6,151. That is crazy. Nearly $1 million for the typical value of a single family home in Hawaii. Blows my mind. Let's see what a 2-bedroom house is. The 2023 home value for a 2-bedroom in Hawaii is $619,691. 6% down payment, $37,181, and the monthly mortgage payment for a 2-bedroom is $3,961. The foreclosure rate is 1 out of every 4,455 homes. I'm actually surprised the foreclosure rate isn't higher. It's so expensive. Hawaii easily takes first place for the most expensive housing in the United States. If you are looking to buy in Hawaii and you're a first-time buyer, some help may be available. Hawaiian first-time home buyers can apply for the down payment assistance loan program offered through the Hawaii Home Ownership Center. So my head is still reeling from those Hawaii numbers. That's crazy. $1 million is just the average value of a home in Hawaii. So expensive. But check this out. Out of the top 10 worst states for first-time home buyers, 7 of those made the list of the top 10 happiest states in the whole country, according to Wallet Hub study. That's a video I'll do another day. But isn't that a little strange that 7 of them are the happiest states and also the worst states for first-time buyers? What's the connection there? I mean, it's gotta have something to do with money. I don't know. What do you guys think? anything. And I do have to tell you, my home state of Maryland, while it was the 5th worst state for first-time buyers, according to GoBankingRates.com, it is also the 3rd happiest state in the whole country, according to WalletHub. So there's that. I hope you got some value to today's video. If you are thinking about moving to any of these states and you would like our help, just send me an email. We'll set up a Zoom. We'll get you started. And if you are wondering what the cheapest, most affordable states are, definitely check out this video next. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Bye!